Hey ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Yeah, I'm on a splendiferous green again. Unbelievable. I know. What I'm going to do today, I'm going to ride this. I'm going to ride that Interceptor. And then I'm going to tell you which one I like best, this one. But no, seriously, we'll just see. Because you never know. Riding splendiferous green first. And then we'll see where we go. Still more miles, can give it more revs. Marvellous. Oh, listen to that, it's off. I think it sounds better. It's done a few more miles and it sounds better already. Marvellous. So, you know the score, you know what we're going to be doing. Cambridgeshire Road. Except I'm not going to be stopping and doing a walk round. We've already done the walk round. We've already seen it. I'll show you it when I get back before I get on the Interceptor. So price wise, this is a little bit more. Oh, it's so smooth. Oh, that's splendiferous, isn't it? Get my visor closed and we'll see how we go. That light's at red. Marvellous. So yeah, it's got Mickey Mouse mirrors, round clocks, we know all that. That's marvellous. It's green, you know that, it's splendiferous green. Not the same splendiferous sort of green that they have on the 350 with all that sparkly and that. No, this is like a British racing green. Look how stable it is, one-handed. It's just marvellous and it is so comfortable to ride. It's really, really nice. Yeah. So, yeah, comfortable. Mickey Mouse mirrors, round clocks. Clutch light as a feather. Gearbox silky smooth. And it revs round. No trouble at all. Morning to those motorcyclists. And what I will tell you is it's windy as God knows what. So I'm going to do the Cambridgeshire Road, but I'm just going to do a loop round. So it's going to be a slightly different route. And it is blowing an absolute gale. So I'll be very interested to see what the Interceptor's like. Oh, that engine sounds lovely, sounds sweet as a nut, and the handling, it just turns in. It's just, I'm gonna go there again. Yeah, fantabulous. Yeah, the new word, you know, the scooter, Royal Enfield's own word. I'm turning it back on them. The Continental GT is absolutely fantabulous. Yeah, I've said it first time. Yeah, marvellous. So once again, you'll notice the sunshine has followed me and we're on this road in the heart of England on a weekend on a train strike. And there's not a car in sight. I mean, it's as if they knew I was coming. I mean, this is just dream-worthy. I'm going to sleep like a log tonight. Yeah, and I'm going to replay this over and over. I know I've done it before. You're probably bored of watching it. I'm not bored of riding it. I could do this again and again. Poor Jack, he'll be sick to death of me. I mean, the handling is so easy. I mean, I rode that CB1000R and I said it was easy. It's not as easy as this. This is just like unbelievable. Yeah, marvellous. Mirrors all set up. Good clear vision behind. What's this car doing? No indicator. Oh, it did have an indicator on. Couldn't see it in the light. But I mean, this is just splendiferous. Brakes, just absolutely perfect, balanced, front and back balanced. I mean, I know we do it ourselves, but they've got to be pretty decent for us to be able to do that, haven't they? You know, it's just set up. And that's what else I wanted to say. I've said it before. When these bikes come over, they need prepping by the dealer, and every dealer puts different amounts of effort into them. And one thing that I can say with my hand on my heart, and I'm not getting paid, I don't get paid for this, admittedly, I don't pay to ride these splendiferous bikes, but I'm not getting paid to say this. Haywards, they know Royal Enfield, they know them inside out, they've been doing them a very long time, and they do a proper job on them. They know how to set them up, they really do, and it makes all the difference. And I know, because I've ridden at other Royal Enfields at other dealers, and everyone I've ridden from Haywards is set up to perfection and beyond. Yeah. So onto the Cambridgeshire Road. Bumpy as hell, slightly gravelly, mud, tractors, all sorts of things. We're not going to go into Madinley, I'm afraid. I know there'll be people disappointed about that, but that's not the purpose today. The purpose was to give me an opportunity to ride the green Continental, and on the back of it get on the Interceptor and just see them side by side, see what they're like, what do I prefer and why. That's the thing, why. I mean, what I can say for now is the position on this is very comfortable for me, and I think it might be that. But today is windy as well, and because of this position you're a bit more streamlined, so you're a bit more comfortable. Look at that skip as well. We've got a skip down Cambridgeshire Road, marvellous. I best just check that the cone's there, because I've got a feeling Saddlebags has been nicking them. So where is it? Oh, it's the next one. It's just here, isn't it? It's here. Let's just have a look. Yeah, cone's still there. Saddlebags hasn't nicked it. It's marvellous. He claims to know nothing about them, but I'm suspicious. It's probably Exeter Rider taking them and putting them there. Yeah. So, yeah, bumpy old road. It doesn't affect it at all. Doesn't affect it at all. We're not going to do Madinley. We're just going to go. We're just going to go left. Oh, there's Biker. Morning, my lord. Oh, he wasn't interested, was he, on his Suzuki GS? Oh, it's just so smooth. So very, very smooth. Of course, the reality, of course, and this is where we are. This is why we're at Royal Enfield, isn't it? And that brings me on to another mutter that I'll have when I'm on the Interceptor, because it's fairly important, I think, in this day and age, what I want to talk about. But anyway, yeah, this, look at it, glorious. I mean, so difficult to get this sort of feeling from a motorbike. But yeah, the reality, traffic, cars in the way. Just listen to that engine. Marvellous. Oh, and it's just a little burble. It is magnificent. I mean, it's, 5 seconds or something like that, not 60. 2 seconds slower than the 1200RR, but is life so precious that we can't afford 2 seconds? I tell you what, this bike is running really sweet today. It really is on song. I don't know what they've done, maybe they serviced it or something. But it is bang on. If you came looking for a bike and you test rode this, you'd walk away with it. You would. You would, and if I had £6,000, I'd be walking away with it as well. I can tell you. This is marvellous. And do you know what I'd do with this? First thing I'd want to do with this is stick some bags on it. Yeah, I know. But I'd stick some bags on it and I'd go up to God's own country. Yeah, I'd go up to Yorkshire, see the family, have a ride round. It'd be marvellous. Absolutely marvellous. Because that's what it's designed for. It's designed to do that. It's a Gran Turismo GT, Continental GT. Yeah, marvellous. So we'll get back, have a little look around it, and hop on the Interceptor. And then when we're on the Interceptor, we can talk about the differences, because bikes make us feel different, and for different reasons. And so it's a while since I've been on the Interceptor. I have ridden this more recently. Just got to watch out, in Cambridge there's like a gazillion bicycles. Yeah. Oh, it just sounds so nice. It's just, right, I'm going to park it next to it so we can have a look. Let's just have a look at them. There we go. Look at that. Absolutely splendiferous. Yeah, fantabulous in fact, as you know. Yeah. And there's the Interceptor. Principally, same bike. In theory, same bike. Do they make you feel the same? Don't know. That's what we're going to find out. Back to back. One after the other. Yeah. Marvellous. So we'll see how we get on. Right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are on the Interceptor. Black, matte black, and like silver. Very different, sat up more upright. Let's see how we go compared to the Continental GT. Marvellous. This one's done a lot more miles, so we'll see how we get on. It does sound different, and I don't know why. Yeah, it definitely sounds different to me. Same switches, same clocks, different bars, different seat, different foot pegs. Let's see how it goes. Marvellous. Seat's different as well. So straight away, it's more upright. Nice little rumble as we rumble past all these cars. Yeah, I bet they look at us go out and they go, oh, we're so jealous of that. Look at that motorbike. So here we go. So straight away, let's start. Mickey Mouse mirrors, exactly the same, except slightly different of course. Need to adjust this one as well up a little bit. That's it, marvellous. Round clocks, got this bar. This bar would be really useful for putting stuff on. I don't know what, but it, you know, you see a bar and you sort of think, oh yeah, that'd be useful for putting stuff on, and that's how it makes you feel. Feels slower. I'm still doing the 40 that we're allowed to do here. I'm just going to close my visor. Yeah, just open it a second. Sorry, had a little itch. Yeah, and it's comfy. Yeah, it's more upright. And do you know what? It makes you feel a bit more grown up. Yeah, I think the Interceptors are more grown up, and if I think about it, it's probably why I like the Continental so much, because I'm always being told by lots of people, particularly ex-wives, that I needed to grow up. Well, I am what I am. Yeah. Oh, is these cars, am I going to beat them? Yeah. So it doesn't encourage you to attack the corners quite the same way. It's very smooth, it goes round, it handles well, but straight away I've got this pressure on my chest. It's no slower, it's no performance, there's nothing in it, I don't think, though I suspect there probably would be, because of that being prone. You've got to be out the wind. I can feel the wind pressure when I get going. Same silky smooth gearbox, same light clutch, same excellent brakes, the same engine that revs so freely. It's not, you know, it's just effortless for it. I would say that the seat is comfier on the Continental, and I think the bike feels generally more stable. That's the Continental I'm talking about, not the Interceptor. Not that the Interceptor is unstable, it's not, but today it really is quite windy. It's so windy, I'm glad I'm not sailing, to be honest. Yeah. But this is very relaxing. This is very therapeutic. Perhaps not quite as joyous as the Continental, but that's me. But would I have this? Yes, I would. Do you know I would? Because this is a nice, easy bike. It is. It's like the Continental. It's easy. Now, the handling, because you are further back, and I'm convinced that's it, it's a little bit lazy round the corners. That's all I'd say. And I'm talking little bit, I'm being picky here. Yeah, and I think it's because if you're there, you've got a bit more weight going on that front. I don't know, it could be unique to the bikes that I've ridden. Oh, what's he stopped for? But that engine does sound sweet. Yeah, gearbox light as anything. Balance, dead easy to balance. Don't know, is it 30 miles an hour? Yeah, I think it's 30 miles an hour. But yeah, to me, when you look at it, this looks a bigger bike. When you sat on it, this feels a smaller bike. That's odd. I think the foot pegs are right underneath you. My legs are an acute angle because of the length of my leg. I'm a 34-inch inside leg, for if you're interested. Some people seem to be interested in that sort of thing. And I'm 6'2". Yeah. So, but it's not uncomfortable. It's a nice, pleasant position. This has done more miles, so the suspension and everything is more bouncy. I don't mean it is more bouncy, I mean it's had more bouncy. So we're onto the Suffolk Road in sensible mode. Yeah, it does make me feel more sensible. But a very nice bike. Yeah, you know, money is a dirty subject, and but we do have to talk about it when we come to Royal Enfield, because whenever you're considering a purchase, price is generally at the forefront, isn't it? And where the Continental and the Interceptor cost about the same, about just over £6,000, depending on the model you buy. And the nearest thing to it is the Bonnevilles, I guess, and they're at £9,000. And yes, you're buying something bigger and perhaps slightly better, but not different. You know what you can do with it, there's no difference. So it's a no-brainer, really. And the other thing I wanted to talk about, Stuart Fillingham had a video out on getting the most miles to the gallon from your bike. Well, I don't think for the majority of people it's much of a concern. I think the price of petrol is a concern generally, because it's pushing the price of everything else up. But most people, and I do mean most people, have a motorbike for fun, for going from one place to another. And you know, we're limited on how much we can get in our tank. I just filled Biggles up, and it cost me £33, and it was 17 litres. Yeah, 17 litres, £33. Ridiculous, isn't it? But you know, that's a couple of 100 miles. Couple of 100 miles there. But I need him to do a job, and so for those of us who ride all year round, where motorcycles are our main form of transport, we're going to notice a difference. Yeah, we are, because we do a lot of miles. The majority of you, I'm sorry, I'm not insulting, and I don't, because it doesn't bother me how many miles someone does, as long as they enjoy their motorbike. But you don't do many miles. It's of no relevance, the price of petrol. It could be £5 a gallon, £5 a litre, sorry, and it wouldn't stop you riding your motorbike, and you certainly wouldn't be tickling the throttle and trying to stick yourself up the back of a van somewhere or anything like that. No, you just ride your bike normal, because the savings you can make are minimal. Yes, if you wreck your bike, you're going to kill yourself, let alone waste loads of petrol. So, you know, just be sensible, ride within your limits and the law, and you'll be fine. Yeah, petrol's going up. But what you can do is get the right size motorbike, you know, and the 350 to 650 and the 650, if you're going to do dual carriageway, you've got to have a 650, but you don't have to. but if you're doing long distances you probably ought to. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to say about the petrol. I don't know what these do to the gallon, but most bikes are going to be doing between 50 and 100 miles to the gallon, and I know that's a big difference, but it depends on the size of your bike. This probably does about, I don't know, 60, 70 miles to the gallon. You could probably eke 80 or 90 out of it if you were really careful, if you were commuting on it and you were just in traffic and stuff. Yeah, you'd get a lot more. But if you want to go out for a blast and have some fun, then you're not going to get that high miles to the gallon, but you are going to have fun, and you're not going to care. You're going to put it in the garage and you're going to get in your car, which is going to be a lot thirstier, but not as much fun. Yeah, so the differences between the two, well, this makes me feel sensible. The Continental makes me feel joyous. Yeah, it really does. One makes me feel grown up, the other one makes me feel like a kid. Yeah, but there's also that inner feeling, that contentment, that, I don't know, Royal Enfield seem to be able to instill this magic in the bikes that they have made, that just make you feel total connection with the bike. Yeah, if I compare it to that CB1000R, I had no connection whatsoever with the bike. It was a lovely bike, it was a nice bike, but I didn't feel part of it, I didn't feel anything about it. Yeah, whereas both the Interceptor and the Continental are absolutely splendiferous, fantabulous. In fact, what I'd say is that the Continental is fantabulous and the Interceptor is where would I put it? Is there something in between fantabulous and splendiferous? I'd go splendiferous. Yeah, I would. I'd go splendiferous. I'm going to have to reevaluate all these scoring systems now, because it's just not working anymore. It's but there we go. You know, foot pegs further back on the Continental. Some people probably think, oh, that's going to be uncomfortable. It's not, it's really comfortable. Handlebars higher, that's going to be comfortable. Yeah, it sort of is, but then you get all the wind and everything. It's more difficult to get out the wind. Handlebars slightly lower, you get out the wind. Helps with the handling, I think, but I might be wrong. Don't know, probably need a professional like TMF or someone to come and do it. Suspension's absolutely fine on both of them. Handling's fine. Gearbox slick. Engine smooth. Free revving to look at. Both of them marvellous. I mean, you can't get... That is classic, isn't it? But that is also classic. That's classic calf racer. Yeah, that's what that is. But I can't help but look at this again just one more time, because, I mean, just look at it. I mean, what can you say? I might just nick it. I'm going to knock that bloke on the head in a minute and I'm just going to take it. I think that's what's going to happen. I'll have the Rozzers chasing me and everything. Marvellous.